Hello, good morning. How are you, class? I hope you're having fun at home, okay? You're all well? I hope so. I'm recording a video for you to listen, rather watch, but listen more for our social studies. Do you remember which country are we supposed to talk about? You remember which country it is? Huh? I hope so. So this time we are on where? Ancient Greece, okay? Like you can see on the board, it's ancient Greece, okay? So where do you know where ancient Greece, where Greece is located in our map, in the globe? You remember where it is? Okay, so Greece is located in southeastern part of Europe, okay? Now, the main part of Greece sticks out into the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, I sent you this paper. Okay, so sorry. So this paper is going to show you uh, the different islands and the different areas in Greece, okay? Now, it sticks out from Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean Sea is right here, okay? Did you see it in your map? Well, I hope so. This is the same as what you have, okay? Now, Greece also includes many islands, okay, including the island of Crete. Do you see Crete on your map? Okay, check out the Crete. So you see Crete. If you find Mediterranean Sea, if you see Mediterranean Sea, then you can see the Crete. It's just above the label of the Mediterranean Sea. Now, Greek people live on many of the smaller islands in Aegean Sea. Can you see Aegean Sea? Aegean Sea. So, this is Mediterranean here. Aegean Sea is right here. Okay? Now, many of these smaller islands is in the Aegean Sea. A famous Greek once said that the Greeks live around the Aegean Sea like a bunch of frogs around a pond. Like if you look at around Aegean Sea, like in the early days, in ancient times, like there's a lot of small states, small cities around it. So it's like there's a saying in Greece that it looks like a bunch of frogs around the Aegean Sea. Okay? Now, in ancient times, the Greeks settled some areas that are no longer part of Greece. For instance, there were Greek settlements in Italy. Can you find Italy in your map? Okay. So, where is Italy in your map? Can you find it? Italy is somewhere here. Okay? Right here, Italy. Okay? So, it was saying that in ancient times, the Greeks settled in some areas that are no longer part of Greece. That means before it's part of Greece, but now it's no longer part of Greece. Okay? For instance, like for example, Italy. It's one of them. Now, the Greeks also settled along the coast of Asia Minor. Okay, can you see Asia Minor in your map? Asia Minor is right here. Okay, so some Greek people also settled in this part of Greece, which is the Asia Minor. Now, Asia Minor today is part of Turkey. Okay, if you look at the globe, Turkey and Greece is just close to each other. They're like neighbors. But in the early days, Asia Minor is part of is now called Turkey, okay? But 2,500 years ago, the coast of Asia Minor had lots of Greek settlements. That was 2,500 years ago. So there was a lot of Greek settlements in Asia Minor. Now today, Greece is also one country. Greece today is all one country. Everyone who lives in Greece has to do what the national government say. But ancient Greece was different. Ancient Greece was divided up into many separate areas, each of which ruled itself. Those areas were called city-states. The modern Greece now, it's just one country. But in ancient times, they are divided into different states. Do you remember a country which is not a country before, but it was divided into different kingdoms? You remember which country is that we talk about? Yeah, it's China, right? China before it became a country, it's divided into different kingdoms. So the same with Greece. Before, it's not a one country, but it is divided into different states, which ruled by itself. Different city-states. Different city-states means like small area. It's like small villages, okay? But they have their own rules. They have their own ruler, like leaders, just like China before. It's divided into different kingdoms until before it became a country. So same with Greece. Now, an ancient Greek city-state was smaller than a modern city. It was really more like a town. You remember someone asked what is a town before? So a town is smaller than a city. Now, but the city-state also included the land that surrounded the town. About 2,500 years ago, there were dozens and dozens of Greek city-states. We're going to learn about two of those city-states named Athens and Sparta. Have you heard of Athens and Sparta? Okay, those are city-states in Greece before. Now, if you look at your map, you can find Athens and Sparta in your map, okay? So take a look at it. Athens and Sparta. Athenians, people that lives in Athens are Athenians, and Spartans are the people that live in Sparta. The people who live in Athens and Sparta lived totally different lives, okay? They may be called Greek people, but they live a totally different lifestyle. Now, they had very different ideas about what was important, and sometimes they fought against each other. So they're not quite friendly. But certain things were the same too. Both Athenians and Spartans spoke Greek. Even though they have different lifestyle, different ideas, but they spoke one language, which is Greek. This language uses a different set of letters from our alphabet. Look at the Greek letters in your handouts. Did you see this one? So these are the alphabet of the Greek, okay? Greek alphabets. So different. Now, this language uses a different set of letters from our alphabet. Look at the Greek letters in your book, okay? Can you find the letter your name starts with? Can you find the letter of your name that starts with? For example, Ernest's name, it starts with letter A. Can you find it on the alphabet of the Greek? Well, you certainly can find it. Now, the people of Athens and Sparta also worship the same Greek god, like the ancient Egyptians. The Greeks believe in many gods. Do you remember which country we discussed about that has many gods too? So Greek has many gods too. Okay? Now in the next, even though Athenians and Spartans live totally different lifestyle, okay, different ideas, even though they fought with each other, but they have things in common. First, they spoke the same language, which is Greek, and next one is they believe on the same God. So they have different gods, but they all believe on that same gods. Now, uh, it sounds familiar, right? We discuss countries that has many gods too, different gods, and also a country that has many kingdoms before it became a country. So it has like similarities with other things that we discuss, other countries that we discuss. So that's all for now for the readings. And uh, next lesson we will I'm going to discuss to you the you're going to learn about the different gods of Greece. Okay, so you're excited about the different gods? Should be a fun things to discuss, supposed to be. But since you're home, maybe if you have time to look at how their gods looks like and compare it to the gods of when we're talking about India, so you can compare it, see if they're the same, see if they have how they look like, how the so if you have time to go Google about it, so yeah, do it. And I have things for you on the board which I'm going to send. I want you to answer the question. So where is Greece located? Okay, that's the number one question. And then when was the civilization of ancient Greece at its peak? What were its city-states? All right, I want you to answer this question, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye.